and therefore vision. So I call this symptoms of Einstein-induced insanity. Remember, I promised I was going to insult every physicist in the room, so so symptoms of Einstein-induced insanity by Dan Winter, fractalfield.com. A, not having a clue why objects fall to the ground. Perfected charge compressions, golden ratio, recursive, constructive, heterodyning of phase velocities produces the acceleration of charge towards symmetry center, named the gravity, and vision. And B, the other symptom of Einstein insanity, thinking the speed of light is a speed limit. In fact, velocities faster than light are routinely measured, we just talked about it in the chat. C, thinking it takes infinite energy to go through the speed of light. No. Phase conjugation produces superluminal longitudinal electromagnetic, the bottom right picture here, which we hope to discuss. So it doesn't take infinite energy to go through the speed. Not if you phase conjugate down to the Planck threshold right here and take the transverse wave to the longitudinal electromagnetic right here at the Planck threshold, then the energy required to go through the speed of light is perfectly efficient. And there's optimized translation of vorticity. And so the physicists are wrong. It doesn't take infinite energy to go through the speed of light. Sorry. D, thinking all action at a distance is spooky. This is a quote from Einstein. He was wrong. Action at a distance is not spooky. In fact, longitudinal interferometry, wave mechanics produces action at a distance all the time, superluminally, and that's the mechanism of every single spiritual tradition out there. So if you don't understand longitudinal wave mechanics, you of course cannot understand spirituality or action at a distance, so you, like Einstein, call it spooky, when in fact there's a very specific, for example, if you do it at sunrise and sunset, you get more longitudinal embedding, and therefore you get action at a distance. And that's true of Therify.net, our plasma technology, which I will show you pictures in just a moment. So action at a distance is not spooky. Sorry, Einstein, wrong term. F, not having a clue what the ether is made of. The ether is a universal compressible media which behaves like a superfluid, and it is a compressor superfluid whose only property is that it stores inertia of compression. And that compression and rarefaction of the ether's compressible superfluid is called charge. Compression and rarefaction of the ether is named charge, and when you rotate charge, you store inertia, the only definition of mass, and when you rotate charge, you have a period, the only definition of time. And that's going to be very important when you understand how synchronicity happens, because you simply create that charge transfer by rotational embedding, conjugation optimized, defining all synchronicity. G, Einstein insanity. Incorrectly and weirdly believing space-time is somehow bent. Wrong. Instead of clearly understanding precisely what is bent by gravity, for example, is the compressible charge wavefront trajectory. GH. Last one. Not understanding that both mass and time are both created and defined simply by the inertia and period of charge rotation. So, for example, the change of clock speed in the presence of acceleration, sometimes named gravity, is simply a change of spin density and spin rate. So once you understand charge rotation defines time,